Coach Nate. If you wake up with tight hips, a stiff low back, or a weak core, this 5-minute routine is exactly what your body needs. In just a few minutes, you'll loosen up your hip flexors so you can move with ease, improve spinal mobility for a pain-free lower back, activate your core to build strength and stability for the day ahead. No equipment is needed, just you, your mat, and a commitment to feel better today. Most people skip mobility work, but you're here showing up and investing in yourself. Let's hit the mat. Time to hit the mat. We're starting with a dynamic hip flexor stretch to unlock lower body tightness. Step your right foot forward into a low lunge position with your left knee resting on the mat behind you. Keep your hips squared forward and place both hands on your right knee or on the ground for support. Start shifting your weight gently forward and back, moving dynamically to explore your hip mobility. Breathe deeply, letting your hips sink deeper with each exhale. Low lunge flow is essential for unlocking tight hip flexors, the muscles that shorten from too much sitting. Tight hips equal low back, so this stretch is a must. Beginners, keep your hands on your knee for extra balance. Advanced stretches, reach your arms overhead and lean back slightly for a deeper stretch. Let's switch sides and balance things out. Open up the other side for symmetry and better mobility. Step your left foot forward, right knee resting on the mat. Keep your chest lifted, shoulders relaxed, and move gently forward and back, feeling the stretch in your right hip flexor. Let your breath guide you, inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you sink deeper. Just like the right side, the stretch releases hip tension, prevents lower back stiffness, and improves flexibility in the quads and hip flexors. Beginners, place blocks under your hands for extra support. Advanced stretches, lift your back knee for an active lunge hold to fire up the legs. Now that the hips are warmed up, let's deepen the stretch with pigeon pose. A deep, intense stretch for the glutes and hips. From all fours, slide your right knee forward, placing it behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg straight back, keeping your hips squared toward the front. Rest your hands on the mat or lower onto your forearms if your body allows. Relax and breathe deeply, letting go of tension in your hips. Pigeon pose is one of the most effective hip openers, stretching the glutes, hip flexors, and even the lower back. If you sit a lot, this is a game changer. Beginners, place a pillow under your right hip for support. Advanced stretches, extend your arms forward and rest your forehead on the mat. Now, let's switch sides and open up the left hip to balance it out. Balancing out the body with another deep hip stretch. This one you're gonna love. Slide your left knee forward, placing it behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg straight back, keeping your hips squared. Lower onto your forearms or stay on your hands, depending on flexibility. Breathe deeply and let gravity help you open up your left hip and glute. Tight hips can lead to lower back pain and poor posture. This stretch releases deep-seated tightness and improves mobility in your hips and spine. Beginners, try using a block under your hip for extra support. Advanced stretches, reach your arms forward and rest your forehead on the ground. Now that the hips are fully open, let's activate the core for strength and stability. A powerful move to engage the core and stabilize the spine. Start in tabletop position with the wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Extend your right arm forward and left leg straight back, keeping your core tight. Hold for a second, then return to tabletop position. Continue for 1 minute, moving with control. then switch sides after 30 seconds. Bird dog activates the core, improves balance, and strengthens the lower back, a perfect way to finish strong. Beginners, keep your toes lightly touching the mat for stability. Advanced switches, hold each extension for 3 seconds before switching sides. Stay strong, flexible, and powerful. I'll see you in the next session. Let's go.